Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Max, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Max's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go to the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Max has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Max is seated on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they'll demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash, and Fred and Max take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Max heel, and then you just start walking and he'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. And we've also gone ahead and incorporated our sit command into this, so anytime Fred stops his feet, as he just did, Max will sit. It's important when you're heeling Max that he walks nicely at your pace on your left-hand side without trying to pull ahead or lag behind. If he did attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, you say no, give a tug and let go correction to the training collar, and repeat your command to heel and then start walking again. Next they'll be showing you our stay command. It's a hand and voice command. Fred uses the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Max's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up self-control and maturity in Max. You can start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3. Now when Fred returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Max holds his sit-stay throughout. Fred gave him a little praise and heeled him right out of it. We'll show you a little more of that heel sit and stay. There's that automatic sit. And as they come back around, he'll show you the stay again.
Stay.
And gives him the stay and walks back out to the end of that leash. Instead of returning back, this time he demonstrates the come or recall command. Call Max in using his name. He comes and sits in front. And then we have an exercise called the finish. Fred's going to heel him right around the back of him and get him right back to his left-hand side heel position, and Max sits. He'll demonstrate it one more time for you. You have him in a sit, give him a stay, out to the end of your training leash. And you call him in using his name, and he comes in, sits in front. And then the finish, Fred heels him right around the back of him to get him right back to that proper left-hand side heel position, and he sits. Nicely done. Now it's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Max about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home, and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with him.
Heel. No.
Now he didn't sit immediately, so Fred said no and he sat. Next we're going to show you our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word command to down. He then gives him a stay and walks out to the end of that leash. It's another great exercise to build up self-control in Max. You can start practicing this one at 3 minutes and work your way up in increments to about 5. Now as he returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position.
Heel.
Max holds his down throughout, and Fred heels him right out of it. We'll show you that down command again when they come back around. Now you see Max is doing very well, but if for any reason he doesn't respond to one of your commands, it's always important to follow through. So the first word out of your mouth is always no, followed by a tug and let go correction of the training collar, and then you repeat the command you gave him. Now Fred gives him a down again, and a stay, and back out to the end of that leash. And this time he'll demonstrate that come and recall command right out of the down position. You call him in, he comes and sits in front, and then the finish, he's going to heel him right around the back of him to get him right back to that left-hand side heel position. We'll give them a second to get lined up for a down from a distance command, which will be next. Now this will be our down from a distance. You're going to have him in a sit, give him a stay, walk out to the end of your training leash. This will be the only time you use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down from the end of the training leash. He then returns back to him once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Excellent job. Now those are our basic commands we've worked on with Max here at school. We have started to just advance his training a little bit by starting to drop the leash on our stays. And we don't intend for you to do this immediately when he first comes home.
Stay.
But this will show you what you can build up to with him as long as you put in 15 to 20 minutes a day and work with him. So Fred had him in a sit, he gave him a stay, dropped the leash, and walks away and walks a complete perimeter of the building. Comes back to him, he holds that stay throughout. Then he gives him a down, still off leash, another stay, and walks away again. And he's going to walk the perimeter of the building again. And come all the way back to him on that left-hand side heel position. Max holds his down stay throughout. Alright, those are our obedience commands we've worked on with Max while here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Max, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.